You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The League After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The League After Show.
So catchy.
Let's go.
Hey guys, Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another AFTERBUZZ After Show for The League Season 5, Episode 2, The Nowzick Wedding. I'm your host, Jenifer Golden, and with me we have...
I am your other host, Lauren Leonelli.
And I am your other host, Thaddeus Massey.
And I am your other host, Michael Durjen.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey.
So obviously a very funny episode, another very funny episode.
The Nowzick
hilarious.
As per the usual.
I mean, I would say anything centered around Andre really is going to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to see Andre. I feel like I was thinking like he should cut his hair, like the remaining hair he has.
Oh, and just go like straight bald.
And then cap his
Oh, you mean like Bick it?
cap his cap, but then he would look like an ominous villain from like some comic book.
Totally.
I think. Because he already has like this
He's so
quirky,
interesting
weird look.
looking that it's just, yeah, he's a very interesting looking.
I mean, his name is also Andre for
Yeah.
no particular reason.
Yeah, that is an odd, I wouldn't, yeah.
It could almost be
Andre Nowzick.
sarcastic. It could also be like Andre.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
You can really make
I think
fun
they
of
do.
that.
I think they do that sometimes too. Like there's like this sarcasm or cynicism in their voice when they say his name. Sometimes.
I mean, he's the friend that they don't want, but he's their friend. Like, he's that guy in the group that they can't kick out of the group.
Yeah, because it's like you feel sorry for him a little bit. Like you poke fun at him,
Right.
but there's like he's heartbreaking.
It's
And
like
he breaks my
adopting that
heart.
mutt.
I know.
He
It's
is.
like adopting that mutt
From
that
the
you're like, this
shelter.
dog is so ugly. I just want to kick it out of here, but
You wouldn't
it'll
ever
die in the
kick-
street
you wouldn't
if
ever-
I don't take
See,
care
we're
of
as
it.
bad as them now. We're literally ripping apart poor Andre, and he's not
No.
even.
He's like the
in
one-eyed
presence.
dog that you adopt because nobody else will, and you don't want it to die. So it's like a charity case.
She said the one-eyed dog,
Well, you know.
the three-legged dog.
Oh,
Right.
he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
I
so
kinda like him.
they keep him around.
kinda like
I
him.
think
kinda
we'll
want-
keep him around.
I kind of want to be friends with him. Not gonna lie.
I want to
Right.
be friends with all of them. Actually, I
Yeah.
would say I have favorites.
I would be his
Yeah.
friend just for him to hook up fake breasts for
Most
girls
of the
right now.
most of those guys in the show perform at UCB for a Facebook show.
Oh, they do that show.
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty cool.
Upright Citizens
Yeah.
Brigade in Los
Oh,
Angeles.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let
awesome.
us
For,
know when that
for
happens. so we can
viewers,
go.
Well.
yeah, for viewers and listeners, that's the Upright Citizens Brigade, as Michael said, and
Right.
people like Amy Poehler came from there. I think she
Yeah.
started it, didn't she?
It's an improv
Right. It's like
Group.
Second City, which I went to.
or groundlings.
It's
Right.
one of the
Or
better.
groundlings.
Yeah, it's one of the better improv
Yeah,
institutions out here.
I think it is too, and I love that when you watch shows like The League and where you feel like there's that camaraderie of the the
Ensemble.
comedians and the ensemble. Yeah, I feel like they, like I said last episode, like that really shows through. But it's cool to know that they come from a place like UCB or Groundlings. And when
Oh,
you
yeah.
go and you just like it's inspiring to watch people do that.
I see Rafi there like once every couple of weeks. He just comes in. And he just comes in. He just likes being there, I guess.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw him and it blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, like it's LA for you,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They're just so funny.
Mhm.
So, speaking of the group,
Mhm.
we start this episode with them sitting at the pool of the
Right.
hotel,
Right.
and they're
They're at the
reviewing.
Beverly Hilton. It looks like. Just saying.
It does kind of look like that.
It does look like that.
It does.
So they are reviewing their draft picks, and
Right.
they're going over everything. And of course, Taco, who should be made fun of more but isn't.
Brilliant man.
One of his picks was Serena Williams.
Because his joke is that he never knows what's going on. Like, he doesn't really know how to play fantasy
Right.
football. He doesn't know anything
Yeah.
about
He's just there
football.
because he's part of the group. So.
I'm
No,
a
he's
fan.
there, and they never really make fun of him because he's the best looking one, and he gets all the ass.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You
I
can
said last
never
time.
make fun.
You like
of the
highlighting
guy.
that fact.
I'm telling you, in the guy world,
Right.
You can't make fun of the guy who's good looking and gets all the ass.
Well, he's
You
like the
can't.
Joey from Friends.
He absolutely is, and he actually usually has like an invention of some kind, or like Taco Corp, his company, and I mean we see later how he plays into that with
He's
Andre.
secretly smart.
I'm the taco of my group of friends.
You have been one of everybody at this point.
You know
Right,
what?
yeah.
You were Andre.
Yeah.
You have also
You
been.
are the top. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
how it
I know.
is.
I mean, I'm terrible at fantasy football. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean by that.
Yeah. Sorry if that came off conceited or something.
Yeah,
My
it's
fault.
Fine. It's fine.
That
I
was
wish I
good.
was good
Yeah.
at fantasy
That
football
was good,
because
Michael.
I do get a
I'm
lot of
telling
girls too. It's okay.
That's why. And no one can make fun of you. You're exempt.
The
Thank
Von
you, I
Nowzick
appreciate that.
Wedding.
So anyway, we're
Sick.
at the draft. we're seeing their draft picks, and Ruxin walks up,
Yeah.
and he's like, "So what happened to my team? You know, like this is my team. The guys, picked it for me, but I'm back. I'm
Right.
in because he did his Sacco punishments.
Yes.
And which, by the way, we didn't even touch on last episode. The new Sacco trophy, which is the Ruxin,
Yes.
and it's his face with the vinegar strokes
Yes.
and the balls on his head,
So disrespectful.
and hysterical.
But he's got to take
So
it.
good.
Oh yeah, but he actually is not part of the league because he missed the draft because he was out doing the Sacco punishments, being chased by the guys,
So he got all the crap.
all the crap players, and he's still not back in the league. So
Yeah, that's
you
kind
know,
of.
He's not feeling so good.
That's
No.
kind of messed
Yeah.
up.
you know who else is not feeling so good? Kevin, because he took Ted's AIDS cocktail.
That's
Because he was
right.
like, I want what he's on, and
Right.
he obviously won the championship. He hasn't won in 8 years, and he takes these AIDS cocktail pills, and now he's winning the championship, and he's in better shape than ever.
Kevin is like that guy who's like, okay, I've got to make the pick at 12:03 on Sunday in the third week of September. Blah. Like he's like super superstitious. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like,
Jenny used to pick his team for him, so now he's like on
that's
his own.
true.
Right.
He's trying to figure out ways to win
Right.
without Jenny's help because she's really good.
What did you guys think about Jenny by the pool? Her body's really in shape.
She's banging.
She
We talked
bounced
Can I say
back.
that since
You
we're
let your
amongst
wife
guys?
make her picks.
She bounced back from
Oh
that
my
baby.
You're good at it.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
She had a six-pack, it looked
Yeah,
like.
but in the guy world, the guy circle, like having your wife make her picks for football, that's just like
Well, they didn't
okay.
know originally she was secretly on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
that
The
was the
guy they
secret.
didn't know, but I'm just saying for
as a
himself,
guy.
looking at himself in
Right.
the mirror, like
Oh, he
every
doesn't
morning.
care. He just wants to win.
He just wants to win.
I know, but still, that's his wife winning.
Yeah. Well, so she is winning, but she's also still the best man.
Right. right.
The, what are they calling her? The gander?
The
The
gander.
gander.
Right.
So she makes a deal with Ruxin. She's like, listen, I want you back in the league. And he's like, why? And she's like, well, every hero needs an enemy or a villain.
A villain.
Right.
And she calls him Vader because
Right.
he is so Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He is
Totally.
very villainous.
Well
Yeah.
done.
And she makes a deal. She's like, all right, I'll get you back in. There's a vote. I'll vote you back in
Yeah.
if you take on the role of being the best man.
Now, how did they already make all the picks already?
Yes.
Okay, so if he comes back in, how are they gonna? They're gonna do a
No.
redraft.
No,
That's
he
the shit
he could just
players.
do trades and stuff like that, and
Take over someone else's team. One of the
Get
football
players that haven't been picked. So
Yeah.
all he can do is get players that haven't been picked, which are going to be all the crappiest players in
Right.
the league who
Worst.
have no stats.
Mhm.
So he's guaranteed to probably get the Sacco Award again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
Well,
unless he can
that's
make
like a
trades
setup.
or something.
Yeah, he would make trades, and he could also play certain people on his team that's already there and like make good choices, I guess.
That's no. I'm sorry.
What?
Coming
Why?
from me because I know.
Okay,
all
they
about
have.
this.
There's like half a dozen people in the league already. They all pick the best players. There's no way that he can come in and pick anybody that's gonna do anything for
Right.
him, and no one's gonna trade with players that are
Yeah.
the crappiest players that are left out.
All right.
Well, they weren't crappy
That's
players.
true.
He just
Unless-
only had defense, and I
Right.
think he had
Oh,
like
that's
defense
right,
and like
that's
a
right,
kicker.
that's right. Yeah.
So
Not
if
that-
they
that
need
kicker,
defense,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah,
He could have a good game or something. Who knows?
yeah,
But I guess like a good thing about it is that it's only a 7 or an 8 person league. So
Right.
that's
Oh,
a very
that's
it's
right.
a lot smaller. So there's a lot more players to pick from.
right.
which
And so
still
some
gives
of
an
those
opportunity.
players that we saw earlier in in episode 1 come back and they're like
Boom, boom.
floating around in the pool,
That was
Yes.
funny.
The football
Taunting.
players.
taunting poor
JJ, what's
Ruxin.
his name?
JJ Watt.
JJ
And they're-
Watt.
JJ Watt.
And they're in
yeah.
the league as well, right?
Houston Texans.
Yeah,
No, they're not really in the league. What they did was
Wait, I
pick
thought
his.
they were.
No, I think they just picked his team.
they picked
Oh.
his team.
Yeah.
You
the
thought
team,
who was in the league?
The football players.
The
No.
actual
No.
no.
No, they're not. in the league.
They're just there at the hotel.
They're giving they're consulting.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so I love that this show, like, they always bring like real NFL people and real like announcers and things like that.
It just goes to show you how popular the show
Yeah.
is too.
Oh yeah, that everyone wants to be on it, and Kristen Cavallari's on it one episode.
Oh, yeah,
Jay
with her.
Cutler,
Yeah.
or I think 2 episodes. So I'll work on that one. I'll try and get her in, or at least a call in.
Dallas Cowboy owners. Dallas Cowboys owner.
Yeah.
Jerry's on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when Taco was selling them the Dallas
He made his money.
Cowboys website.
Right.
Exactly.
250 G's.
That was a great episode too. I mean, they're all really funny episodes. So Ruxin agrees. He's like, all right, I'll be the best man.
Yes.
Terrific.
Right.
And he has the gander hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the goose.
It like has like rhinestones or something on. It's like some trucker hat.
It's horrible.
It's like worse than the Von Dutch hat, like back in the day.
Oh my god.
Terrible. But
Oh, did you hear some of the names of some of those hats? The writers are hilarious for that show. Diabetic gelato
goodness.
maker.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was funny.
And he has like 7. Andre has 7 or 8 hats for the entire sequence of the wedding, like for the first part of the wedding, then for the ceremony, then for the actual reception, and then for the consummation.
That feels like a really fun wedding to go to.
Well, the consummation is the Jimmy hat.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's the only hat he needs to wear.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
but
exactly.
he had one of those.
She's like, what? Let me show
got
you,
it.
Lauren.
I got it.
So Ruxin gets
Top
this
groom.
job. He's top. He's top. He's
Top
gander.
best man. Sorry.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gander for top groom.
Right.
And
Great
so
theme.
Top
they-
grooms.
top groom. So then they start the activities,
Yes.
and the first one is volleyball.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
That was hilarious. The Top Gun reference again.
So
Yeah.
good with the dog tags, and everyone has a nickname.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Iceman,
awesome.
Goose. Well,
Well, one was like a
Hollywood or something.
slider,
Slider.
Hollywood,
Yeah.
Slider.
taco.
Honestly,
Taco's just
and
taco.
every,
Taco's just
every
taco.
wedding I've been a part of till this point in my life, they've had those exact references as the guys. It's like
I've
the,
never been a part of
Really?
a wedding that had
Yeah,
that.
as all the,
Really?
like the grooms, at the entire bachelor party, they all developed their names. Literally, like I hate it because I never get to be Goose. It like makes me mad.
Oh wow. Oh.
You can
wow.
be Goose today,
I know, right? Thank you so much.
since we always give you somebody.
That was
Yeah.
good.
I've always been Maverick.
And then
Even
this
other
is
people's
when
weddings.
the AIDS cocktail came into play.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
hilarious. Yeah.
So Kevin is feeling the effects of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that I thought that was a funny part.
Takes
It's
a
like a
doo-doo.
bridesmaid's homage.
Yeah,
You
runs
run
into the water,
ocean.
and he yells out that it's like Yoba Goya again, which
Was he trying to
happened.
poop in the
Yeah,
water?
That's what
Is that what
he
he's trying to
did.
do?
Yeah.
Taking a doo doo.
It's
Dookie
funny.
boy.
Well, makes sense why Ted is so skinny if stuff starts to go right through you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
well, anyway, so they're playing volleyball. Ted brings out his hand and it like pretends he's got blood on
Oh,
it
yeah,
because
that
of
was
AIDS.
funny.
He's like, it's
Right.
fake blood.
Everyone freaked out.
they didn't
Right.
want to catch the ball.
Right. Hey,
So.
strategic.
What was that? What was that? The dinner they were eating when they were all giving their toast. What was that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
When
we'll
they
get to
make
that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's a
We'll
rehearsal
get
We'll
dinner.
get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this group is pretty.
Ruxin has to wear that girly sweatshirt with the goose
Oh,
on
that's
it.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And it like has the rhinestones outlining goose on the
It was
shirt.
horrible.
I feel bad for him. They're really putting him through it.
Yeah.
And I like his little tantrums too. He's like, no. He gets all petulant. He's
I know
funny.
you really do
I like
his
that. I think
voice.
it's funny.
He's like, no.
I just like it.
Yeah. He's a funny character. I like
Yeah, he
that
is
they've
funny.
been sort of making fun of him. It's good to see him as the Sacco right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are playing volleyball. This ensues, and then the poo scenario happens.
They didn't even
Yeah.
finish playing. It wasn't even
No,
about volleyball.
'cause he
It
ran
was
into
about-
the-
he ran
Yeah,
into
he
the
had a
water.
problem.
Yeah.
He had a problem.
And wasn't Taco filming it?
Taco was filming it.
Yeah.
That's correct.
What a good brother.
What's so funny is when they were dubbing nicknames, Taco ended up with Taco.
I know.
Well, yeah, because he's Taco.
He's
Yeah.
no way around that.
No.
Speaking of tacos and funniness, Adventurers and Serial Buddies is, a movie that is now available on iTunes. Maria Menounos, our CEO and creator here, is in the movie along with narrated by Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler, yeah.
Awesome.
The Fonz.
The Fonz,
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Christopher
big deal.
Lloyd, Kathy Lee Gifford. You can check it out on serialbuddies.com.
Christian Bears.
And that is Thaddeus. Would you like to explain it's cereal with an S?
It's cereal killer, not cereal like
Oh.
cereal that you eat with a C. It's cereal with an S.
We're just letting you guys know it's available on iTunes, video on demand, and to rent on DVD September 17th.
Get
Terrific.
it.
Get it. Get
Watch
it.
it. It's funny. It's like Dumb and Dumber meets like Dexter. It's it's a funny movie.
I think you can rent it for $4.99. I think you can buy it for $1 more for $5.99. I
So
think.
just buy it.
Own it.
Yeah, for $1 more you can
Just
like
do
actually
it.
purchase it.
You know when you
and
like
own
have
it.
those movies you want to like your go-to movie.
Yeah.
Like if you own it, then you can just
And then
go
you can just
to
watch it whenever you want.
It's like one of those cult classic comedies. It's really
Totally, it is. It's a
Nice.
cult classic for sure. Yeah.
All right, so now after this volleyball thing happens with the pooing scenario, which I like to
She
keep.
keeps saying
I'm saying it nicely. It's a scenario.
Would you say? Would
bridesmaids.
you just call it doo doo? Would you say doo doo, or
No,
does that
it's
sound
poo,
dirty?
poo.
All right, poo.
Poo.
All right.
whatever.
I just want to
Whatever you
label
wanna-
it.
Whatever you want
I
to
love
say.
labeling things.
The gang goes to the rehearsal dinner at Scarpetta, which is actually in Beverly Hills at the
Yes.
Montage Hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yes.
that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
But when you go
Right.
inside, it's very much not what Scarpetta looks like.
Oh wow.
Right.
Yeah.
That is got an outside shot.
Yeah, it
Some
almost looks.
B-reel.
Establishing shot.
Right.
Yeah, it looks more like an assembly hall or something. Like because they have like the big Von Nowzick wedding behind Mr. and Mrs. Von Nowzick.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
And it just looks like more of like a presentation room than a restaurant room or like
Right.
a hall of any kind.
And that's where we see the picture that was revealed too.
oh my.
Top groom.
Top groom.
No, that, but the picture, the painting that was it.
Oh,
was it his
Andre's
parents?
parents.
Andre's parents.
Ruxin,
Right.
the best man,
Right.
introduces the parents who come up, and they're
Oh my
very
God.
plain,
Very good
they're
observation.
very normal looking people.
Yeah, like you wouldn't expect
No.
them to pull what. Yeah.
Andre's parents, you would think they were like a little bit weird, like
They're
Andre.
really funny, but the painting
picture
was
is
a little bit
hilarious.
So they
weird.
give a picture
A
of
little weird.
Trixie and Andre, but Andre
It was like a
is-
caricature, like a cartoon
Andre is a
caricature.
penis.
He is
head.
penis, and she is like allergic.
May I take a?
No, she's
No,
the, she's
she was
the
an anus.
Yeah.
She was
Oh,
an
that's
anus.
what her mouth was. I
Her
thought
mouth
she
was
was like going
anus.
Yeah.
like she was like gonna sneeze or something.
I will.
It did look like
would
that,
like-
but no.
No,
I would like to take a. Yeah.
That's really funny.
That's funny. That
And they reference a lot that he's gay. So
But I would
Yeah.
like to take a second to.
the Andre's gay.
yeah,
The
Oh, yeah.
parents do.
I'll wait.
no, everyone. Sorry.
everyone, okay.
Tell us what you
No.
want to say.
I was gonna say I would like to take a second to pay attention to some detail though, and I will say that you find out that Paul Scheer in the show, his penis is actually half circumcised, and the picture did not at all cover that.
Oh, I like. See, you
Yeah.
are very good at these
Mhm.
facts.
I was very disappointed with
Hey,
the lack of.
They
lack
should
of,
have made
yeah.
that
Maybe because
picture
it was
more
supposed to be
realistic.
erect.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Because it was ready for penetration.
I pay attention to
And
dick
the-
detail.
yeah.
That's what I do.
Good.
blah, blah.
Thank you for
So
that.
hey, then you know
But
what?
I think they
We're in
did
the
mention
clear.
skin.
Yeah,
We're in the clear.
They did say something about foreskin though.
They did.
they
Yeah.
did. I
Yeah.
don't remember what, but
I heard
good.
the word foreskin.
I know. I heard it too.
Yeah.
I'm on high alert
That's
for
something
that.
your ears perk up when you
Yeah,
hear something
absolutely.
like that. You're like, what?
So after the parents get off the stage and they've
Yeah.
presented their piece of art,
Yes.
Ruxin gives his best man speech. which-
Speech/trade.
right. It's all about what he would do for a
right.
trade.
That
and-
was genius writing right there.
But
It
actually,
was
I think it was
genius.
Ted. I'm sorry, it was Ted.
Ted.
started.
was
It was
Ted, that's
Ted who
right.
started the
It's-
trade talk.
Yeah, start off with Ted, and then Kevin, he jumped on the mic. And
Because
then
Ted wanted one of Kevin's players,
Who was it?
Calvin.
Calvin
Johnson.
Harris.
Calvin
Calvin
Johnson.
Did you say Calvin Harris?
I did.
The DJ?
Or the
Yeah.
DJ.
My bad.
Yeah.
I would trade for the DJ, but
I would, yeah.
so then it goes,
I'll trade for Megatron. That's
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson.
For those of you that don't know, Calvin Johnson was a first-round draft pick, quarterback, NFL.
Here
Awesome.
it comes.
He's a
knowledge.
receiver. He was a
Bring the
receiver.
knowledge.
He's a
Good.
receiver.
We knew we had him
He's a
here for
receiver.
a
He's not a
reason.
quarterback.
Oh.
He's a receiver.
Oh,
For the
what?
quarterback.
Now nobody's going to believe anything
Oh,
you
I
say.
know. No.
He's a receiver.
My
So
fault
this is like the
then.
newsroom.
Whatever.
I'm
He was a
sorry.
first round draft pick. That's all you need to know.
But he's also known as Megatron.
Great.
Nice.
And that is the more you know.
Was he a
also.
first-round draft pick?
I don't know.
Terrific.
Moving right
I
along.
don't know about the draft pick.
Terrific.
Don't listen
So
to
we
anything
go-
we say.
Yeah,
I just know
we-
he's a receiver for Detroit.
Great.
Clearly don't know what we're talking about.
So we go from Ted to Pete, right? No,
No,
we,
it's
Ted
like a battle. It's
to
like
Kevin.
a dance battle.
Yes.
Kevin then references Jenny as his Calvin Johnson.
Yes.
And then we go to Pete, and then we go back to Ted,
It
and
was
we
kind
go
of hard
to
to
Ruxin.
keep up with too. You're like, wait, who's
Yeah.
And
trading who?
Trixie
Right.
picked up on the fact that there was some shadiness going on, that this
Right.
toast to them made no sense at all. It was not
Yeah.
about them. It was about whatever.
And
they're
all the
doing.
while, she's very paranoid that this secret draft is happening anyway. So
Right.
she's kind of like worried. I
Yeah.
think, you know.
Absolutely, she's worried, and she's on to them a little.
So
on
bit.
to
the, so the players that were involved were Calvin Johnson,
What
Matt
was it- what-
Forte.
Did we break down
Matt
the
Forte,
trade?
And Marshawn Lynch.
And Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Okay.
So Kevin was trying to get rid of Marshawn Lynch, I believe, for Calvin Johnson, wasn't it? And then Matt Forte. Who had Matt Forte? Pete had Matt Forte?
whoever. Yeah,
Well,
I
Pete
think
won
so.
the Pete
yeah.
won the trade though with Ted.
Right.
Kevin lost,
Yes, Ted picked Pete's trade.
which was
Oh, I
it
can't
Forte
remember. I
or
think
Marshawn Lynch?
Oh, don't know.
Damn.
But
Damn.
It was confusing.
It was confusing, but then after Ted picks Pete's trade, Ruxin comes over and he's like, "All right, guys, so like, did the vote happen?" And they're like, "What vote?" And then
right.
he
Right.
finds out that there was no vote.
No
obviously.
vote.
To let him back in.
Okay,
Right.
we're a little confused on that, guys. On how the trade went. If it was crystal clear to you guys can.
Let us know.
Oh, please let us know.
Wait,
yeah.
Phil, can you call in here? Can we call in here?
Yeah, what's
Is
up?
there a line?
What's the number?
to
What's the
call?
line here?
To
You guys
call in?
to call in?
424-256-1633.
424-256-1633.
Yeah.
424-256-1633.
Call
To
us.
put
There
your
you go.
2 cents, call us. You can ask Lauren, Jennifer, Michael, or myself and put your 2 cents in and correct
right.
this.
If you
or
know
whatever.
how that trade went
If you
down.
know how that
Yeah.
trade
That was
went
a
down.
tricky
Too.
trade
It was
there.
hard.
Tricky trade.
And Matt Forte is
Full-blown trades.
And Matt Forte's second round draft pick.
Yeah, he just
Nice.
made that up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right? That's how I feel right now.
Full blown trades.
Yeah. And
Full-blown
Marshawn
Z's.
Lynch is first round.
Full blown season.
Awesome. So now we know those things.
Now we got it.
Ruxin's not back in
And then he does the petulant like, nah, just forget it, and like walks away.
Right.
and
That
insults
actually kind of
Jenny's.
sounded like him.
That was pretty good.
I'm
See,
good.
you brought up,
You can do
doing
voices.
voices.
Yeah.
She can
Uh-huh.
now do voices.
Hey, hey.
Great. Do it.
I
Contagious.
just did. They come sporadically. You can't pressure me. It'll happen.
She's got a little
Full-blown.
Ruxin in her.
Nice.
Full blown voices.
Yeah. So Ruxin's pissed. He's mad at Jenny.
Right.
And then, we see they're still trying to sort of torture him. They mentioned earlier in the episode that their thing when they go on trips together is they take each other's room keys and they raid their mini bars.
And he's
Right.
aware of this, we find out.
Yeah.
Like, he's
So
yeah.
he knows that this is what they're going to do. They're like, they want to like continue to torture him.
Right.
And they're really milking this. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, we are gonna,
They're gonna get him.
yeah.
Yeah. So they
then-
do.
Yeah, they do. They get in his room.
And that was a funny scene too, with them just like
They were going bananas.
$20
in there.
chips.
They're like,
Right.
Ruxin wants room service.
And then he called and ordered
Lunch and dinner. That was really funny.
Enter JJ Watt.
Enter JJ Watt.
And it's his room, and Ruxin switched all the keys, and
Right.
they actually went into
And then you
JJ's
watch him like hear them running down the hall, getting chased by JJ,
Right.
laughing, his evil.
He's like, I don't think I've
cackle.
never made what did he say? 5 tackles in one. with
Oh,
one
yeah,
tackle
yeah,
at
yeah.
once or something like
Yeah.
that. He said.
There's
Is
so
it-
many good one-liners.
Yeah.
Well, so it's so weird though, and you commented on this that he couldn't catch them.
I know, he's in the room and they all like disperse out, and he's
Right.
like, oh, like, come on, that guy could have just gone like this and knocked them all over.
Right.
So
But whatever, for the sake of the wackiness ensuing, he chases them down the hallway.
Right.
And
Wait, who was that tried to run? Was it Adam that had his like?
Ted.
oh,
It was
oh,
Ted. No, Ted.
Ted, yeah.
Oh, they're like
I said Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
And
It was Ted.
He
Ted.
runs into
and he
the
runs into
adjoining-
the other adjoining door. That was really funny.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cracking me
nice
up.
touch.
He's like
Yeah.
robe on Ruxin.
Oh,
Takes the
yeah.
robe out of the bathroom. and is running around with the robe on. That was funny.
And when they're running away, they're like, sacrifice Ted. Give him Ted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
The
Ted.
sick one.
They're
The
not
sick one.
giving him a break.
No, they're not. But neither does Ruxin because he hears them run by and he's cracking up in his
he
room.
was
Yeah.
hilarious.
And, then he gets his revenge.
yeah.
Right.
Because, also, we have to talk about it before we get there. We have to talk about the fact that Taco has volunteered to be the Jack Butler for Andre.
Oh,
that's right.
My God.
MFG.
That part-
Fapping.
That was
Fapping.
so
Yeah.
like weird.
That was so weird. I mean, it's very Taco to be like intrusive in your sex life. So
Well, to him it was no big deal. He's like, it's not a big deal.
You
Just
cannot
jack off.
juggernaut. You cannot juggernaut.
That was really
right.
funny.
They
Like-
don't want Andre to be all stuffed up or backed up.
It's like you're in a
for the sex.
It's like you're in a club in Brazil and there's a fire and
That's right.
everyone's gonna try and run out. You got to let some people out first.
that
which was a
whole
good
like
analogy.
analogy story or that he gave. That analogy was
So
really
funny.
like
It was
what?
brilliant.
It's
And
hilarious.
so he gives Andre some materials because Andre says he left all of his materials at home.
Right.
One of them is a pee bib because he made pee bibs for when
Right.
you drip.
A monogrammed
Yeah, for Andre's wedding.
hanky for
That was
And
amazing.
a,
Did they
a
use the word-
CD that was porn, and it
Uh-huh.
said for F-O-U-R, Andre.
It did say that.
Yeah.
Good eye.
And it's a non-fapping policy. Is that what it is? As they say in Britain, it's
I
fapping?
guess. Yeah.
Oh,
That,
but what did he say? It was a
No
he was
fapping.
no. He used it like a pun with the word fapping.
I can't
Sorry, I shouldn't
remember.
have brought it up because I don't know. If you know,
Write us.
call us in, tweet
Yeah.
us. But yeah, he said, gosh, I'm not gonna be able to remember. He used a fapping in a pun.
That's right. I forget too.
Yeah. So, long story
Moving
short,
Sorry.
as this is going on,
I'm
and
your Jack Butler. Go ahead.
right,
Yeah.
It's weird. You can do it by yourself.
Right.
That's weird.
He decides
Like,
to
what?
do
he's
it.
like, just take off your shirt. Just take off your shirt.
He said you do it by yourself. That's
Right.
weird.
He decides to do it, and we realize what the porn is.
Oh, that's terrible.
Taco and
It's
his
two
sister.
people in the dark. First of
Right.
all, nobody watches two people in the dark.
I mean, what is
having
that?
sex.
Yeah, like,
Right.
why?
It's like
yeah.
weird.
Well, you can't
Yeah.
even see anything.
You might
yeah.
as well listen to a podcast
It's like
of that.
right.
Hey,
Low
some
quality.
people
That was
like
good.
the
We don't offer
sounds.
that here, guys.
Right.
The
So-
audio could maybe be helpful.
Maybe.
Maybe for
If you
for
like
him.
that
Maybe for
content.
Andre. He might
And
like
then
that.
and then of course, lo and behold, whose face comes into the light?
Oh, yeah.
Taco.
Taco.
As he's
And
catching his
then
nut, the
Right.
worst possible time.
And his
money
sister.
shot and the sister
Right.
that he's been talking about.
Is it
Even
the
worse.
sister?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or are
it's
we
Heather.
just assuming this is the
No, it's
sister?
No,
the
it
sister
is.
because she says like before Andre gets home, and he's like, "Well, you're family. It's
And
fine."
he said something about getting the Star Wars sheets.
"Oh
dirty.
yeah." So it's Andre's bed too.
It's Andre's bed in
terrible.
Andre's
Ew.
bed.
Terrible.
And this is also a joke on back to the fact that Taco's been talking about how his wedding gift to Andre was that he was not going to have sex with his sister.
What a guy. That's a gift.
And then
Yeah.
he gives him the porn of
Right.
them
Yeah.
having sex,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is pretty funny.
And while this is all happening, we see in the lobby
In
of
the
the hotel,
lobby, stuff is going down.
Down.
Boom.
That was
Ruxin.
good.
So whose
Ruxin.
whose room stuff was that all downstairs?
Everyone's.
Everybody's.
Yeah.
It was a bed. It was all their
Payback.
suitcases. It was all their mini bars and
And
right.
most importantly, the draft pick game, the board.
the
draft
board,
board,
the
yeah.
secret draft
Secret
board
draft.
from 2013.
Oh,
That
Right.
was supposed to be from last year.
That was
But
hilarious.
Taco was like, no,
The writing's
it's still
unbelievable.
from this year. That's from last year.
Yeah, and
She said it says 2013
Right.
on it.
So this is where we discover Pixie, as Taco likes to call her,
Yeah.
finds out that they really were doing this draft, and she was totally against it, which is so funny because it's basically like at the bachelor party when the fiance, the wife to be, is like, do not go to a strip club, do not get strippers, like that's no. If I find out about that,
What's
which I
wrong with that? You
I
guys, are you
I
guys
don't
opposed to
think, no,
that?
I don't. I think that's
No.
a stupid ass rule, but whatever.
I think
I
it's
think
silly.
that's
So
fine.
you guys are okay with
Yeah,
that?
who
Okay, so
cares?
you guys know if you guys ever end up dating Lauren or
You can go to
Jenifer,
all the strip clubs
you go to
you
all the strip
want,
clubs
honey.
you want and do your
Enjoy.
thing.
I'm just saying that's what it was like. Is
Right.
That's how she was treating this. This
Right.
draft was
Right.
like the stripper that you get, and she found out about the stripper right there in the lobby and was like, "It's done."
yeah.
She was a little like,
Bridezilla.
yeah, she was a little over the top.
Well, I mean, come on, that's her character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
she
true.
storms into Andre's room.
Right.
Catches him right
Catches
after
him.
the act.
Yes.
She's
Yep.
all upset that she knows about the draft. She's pulling out her rollers. It's so dramatic. She's like,
Right.
Calling the wedding off.
right, what
Right.
kind of person are you? That these are your friends
Right.
and that this is more important than our wedding. And
Why is
and
your
then
zipper down?
right.
Yeah.
I love that she catches that.
Why is your zipper down? And then
Oh, wait,
she
but
starts
she's
to
wiping her
cry.
tears, yeah.
She cries and picks up the
The pee
pee
bib.
bib, and
P-bib.
She goes
Wipes her eyes.
Wipes her eyes.
and she's allergic. Remember? So the next scene, it's just like cut to her in an
Yeah.
ambulance with like.
For you guys that
with two
don't
gauze
know,
wraps over her
yeah.
eyes.
For those that don't know, the P-bib was used by Andre to when he caught his nut to
Oh boy.
The
Yeah.
juggernaut.
yeah
I
the
love
juggnut.
the caught your nut.
I don't know what else to say, but
I
it
like
is the
it.
show.
But
You
it
know?
does
What
catch
can you
it.
do? Yeah.
Hey,
I guess.
And then
I like
that
it.
is what went
With
into
a
her
giant
eye.
mitt.
Is his
I'm gonna use it.
his nut.
Oh boy.
I loved
I'm
when
gonna
all
use
the
the term,
I
is
loved
what
when
I
all the stuff was in the lobby. The Taco comes up and he's like, "Yo, my condoms in there. I was gonna pretend to have used those."
I
A
Yeah.
lot of dirty, filthy stuff in
was
this
so
show,
funny.
but it's hilarious.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
So Ruxin gets all the guys back for all the stuff they've like been giving
Yes.
to him.
Yes.
Trixie is in an ambulance on her way to the hospital, called off the wedding, and everyone's standing outside the hotel. And of course, Pete the commissioner is like, all right, guys, I think it's time.
Somebody's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's hurting.
Yep.
You know, we got to take care of him, and it's Ruxin.
Right.
They let him
and
back
you,
in.
And you think they're about to console Andre,
Of course,
because
but
of course
they
he lost his
never-
fiance.
They never do.
Never.
No. So they let Ruxin back into the league. Then they ask Andre to get them beer.
to go
and
get
not
a, yeah.
and not touch
bucket of
any
beer.
of it with his
His
hand that he
jizz
used to-
riled.
Yeah,
his
his jizz riled
His
hand.
jizz riled
oh
hand.
boy, oh boy, it's gonna be that kind of after show.
Hey,
guys.
you know what? If you're watching this show,
You
then
also watch The
you're
League,
okay with.
There's a giant MA that says there's sexal connotations.
Right.
there's
Right,
sexual
mature
references,
audiences.
mature
And it's on
audiences.
FXX.
X.
Yeah.
They should just put
X.
FXXX. It should be Triple X.
Well, maybe there will be soon.
That's funny.
Hey.
XXX.
New network.
And quick shout out to the director. I mean, unbelievable. Jeff Schaefer has been doing things since that Seinfeld, so that plays a big part into the episodes.
Oh,
Most definitely.
Hilarious.
The first episode of the season was hilarious, and I think this one was even, it topped it. Like, it's just one of those shows where you laugh so hard the next one.
I think they improv a lot.
Of course they do.
I would think that they do.
It's kind of like Arrested Development.
Right,
sorta.
where they have the an
That's
outline
what
and then they do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's like loose. I think that there's a
It's
script
loosely
or whatever.
scripted.
But I think they let them go. They give them the freedom to go because that's the kind of thing we were talking about with UCB. Like, that's where they come from. That's where the kind of acting that they're used to doing.
Right.
And they get these improv actors in here. They all have this camaraderie. They get up and do stand up every week. You know how that is. Like, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
have
see
to
him out at the
go.
clubs all the time.
And that's the kind of gem that you find in stuff like this when you're dealing with really good actors like that. That
Right.
like they just, I bet
They don't miss a beat, these guys.
some of
No.
the stuff that they say is so made up in the moment, and it's like the best gem you could imagine. So
These
we
words.
We still love full blownsies.
full blownsies, and that could have been made up. I think that probably was made
Eskimo.
up.
I like
the best
Eskimo.
was when they were like full blown trades.
Oh yeah.
Full blown trades.
And
That
then they
was
keep using-
hilarious.
They keep using
Yeah.
the trades.
And it's
It's so
spelled
funny.
trades Traids.
We
Yeah.
know that because we had the captions on.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is even funnier actually to watch it with that because you're like, okay, they
then
really
you get
just
to
said
read-
peen.
yeah, peen.
And that's how they spelled it.
Peen is my favorite thing ever. I mean, wait, that sounded bad. That's
Lauren
not what I
said
meant.
it.
That's not what I meant. I meant the
Said
fact
Lauren
that they
said it.
called it that is really funny because I've said that before and
Me
people
too.
think it's really funny, and I think
Peen?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like abbreviating already short words?
What's peen? Oh, peen.
Hello.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Penis.
Oh, I just want to hear you say it.
Ah,
Stop it.
tricky.
When I want to say it in a polite way, I say my D.
Muddy.
My
Yeah.
D.
I do stand up a lot, and sometimes you got to do clean sets, so I'll just be like, that's my D.
Muddy. I
Yeah.
like that.
That's easy.
We're gonna have to
right?
go see you, and
friendly.
you guys should definitely
Yeah.
come
Well,
see
at
Michael
the
do
end
a
of the
set.
show, tell us where we can see you next.
Absolutely.
All
So
right.
I think it's time for some
Madea.
predictions.
Yeah, let's move into some predictions,
Yeah.
shall we? Predictions. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
I was listening.
We can't, it's like
And
we can't talk
now,
until that happens.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Season 5, Episode 3.
Why
Predictions.
don't you go since you're already talking?
Yeah. Tell us.
Jennifer, go.
Okay, I will. Well, since last prediction you had, Lauren, I'm going to piggyback on that about Andre, finding a hot
Super
girlfriend.
hot girlfriend.
Oh, yes.
Boom.
That was a prediction.
Yeah,
last
I
week.
think that he's got to turn it around. It's been like super sob story Andre time, and he's going to make a turnaround here, and we're going to see some cool Andre moments.
I think that the league that Ruxin was
Domination
the
League?
Domination League. They're coming back for him.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna get in
Really?
trouble.
Probably
Yeah.
in a tailgating scenario or something like that. It's going to be league versus league.
It's
Okay.
gonna get ugly. That's my prediction.
Ugly.
Okay, well, I'm going to have a piggyback threesome because I'm going to piggyback on
Oh.
you piggybacking
Oh,
on
wow.
Lauren.
This is,
Oh.
And
this is getting
I'm
dirty.
going to say that
Give it to us.
Andre is going to get a super hot girl and it's going to change.
She's gonna be in the Domination League.
No. She is going to turn the tides for the league. She's going to be so hot that the guys is going to influence the guys. Just going to want to be
They're
around
gonna be
Andre.
distracted
They're going to
and
start
stuff,
kissing
yeah.
Andre's ass. They're just going to want to be around
Oh.
him, and he's going to be able to use that influence to make things swing things
Oh,
in
Wait,
his
didn't
direction.
this happen in a previous season? I feel like this might have actually happened.
No, I don't think so.
Not that I wouldn't want to see it again, but I think someone had a really hot girlfriend.
Well,
I'll have to. You
I know in the
are
first
fact-
season-
fact checker.
Season
Wow.
4, Taco did, and she lived with him. She was really attractive, and then she left
Oh
him.
yeah. Okay, maybe that was her.
Taco always has a hot girlfriend.
Andre
Taco,
needs
yeah.
something. Andre needs something to some redemption.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
a playboy.
I want to see more of Pete because Pete is one of my favorites.
yeah.
Yeah.
and I love his sense of humor. And I feel like he didn't really have a lot to say in the first two episodes.
He
It
reminds
was
me of
more
Oliver Stone.
Ruxin, Andre focused. So I need some Kevin and Pete time.
I like
Yeah.
them too.
And my prediction is going to have to be, I guess I'm going to do a couple predictions here. I'm going to say that number 1, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Brody dies. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that.
Took it
I mean, they did enter AIDS into this, and I think it's because they have to go
They have to
somewhere
do
from
something
that.
from
That's a good call.
They can't
Yeah.
just
To kill
let
him
it.
off.
Way to
They
get
got to
it.
kill him
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, something's going to have to, and Andre.
And they're going to celebrate.
Yeah.
And they're going to celebrate because
Because
there's no
he was
way
the
he's going to
winner.
win.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
Maybe
can't
that's,
win.
maybe
and
that's
he won
how
last year.
Ruxin is
Genius.
going to get good players.
Right, and he
Oh,
takes his players.
he'll take his team.
You guys are stealing my
I am
entire prediction.
so
Sorry.
good.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry.
He's like, you guys are stealing my entire
Nah, I'm
prediction.
just kidding. I don't care at all.
Damn you.
Yeah, but I will say, and I also think that Andre's relationship is not going to go towards marriage now. I don't know where it's going to go, but I don't want to suggest it, but I will. He might end up wanting to hook up with his sister.
Weird, and maybe. Or I feel like would be an accidental thing.
That
Wait,
would be a
she's
twist.
pregnant now, by the way.
Well, we'll see. That's
Well, then he couldn't get her pregnant.
Perfect.
Well, she's 8 months pregnant, so I have a feeling she's gonna pop soon.
Okay.
That would be weird, but that wouldn't be beyond the scope of this show.
No,
at
absolutely
all.
not.
Right? I'd crack up.
He's like, I'm turned on. Like, he might have a dream or like a wet fantasy about it. He's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then he's going to be mad at Taco.
Rafi's made out with his sister on the show.
Oh, like
Season 4, yeah.
like Ruxin's wife.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
This was a great episode, guys.
That was
It was funny.
It was good.
I liked it.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Who's up first?
I am Lauren Leonelli. You can find me at Lauren Leonelli on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my website.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at facebook.com/mmowgli, MOWGALI. I have a YouTube channel with some of my stand-up, and on Twitter at the same /mmowgli.
And you can find me at Club Thaddeus, CLUBTHADDEUS, Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me at Jen the Jew on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you next week.
See you next
Thank you so
week.
much.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.